Hey everyone, welcome back to Daily English Podcast. I'm Connor and I'm here with Linda. How are you today, Linda?
Hi, Connor. Hi, everyone. I'm doing great, thanks. I'm actually pretty excited about today's topic. How about you?
I'm good. Yeah, today we're talking about job interviews. This is such an important topic, right?
Absolutely. Everyone has to go through job interviews at some point. And let's be honest, they can be really stressful.
Oh, tell me about it. I remember my first job interview. I was so nervous. My hands were shaking and I couldn't stop sweating.
Really? What happened?
Well, I walked into the room and there were 3 people sitting there. I wasn't expecting 3 people. I thought it would be just one interviewer.
Oh no, that must have been intimidating.
It was, but you know what? I survived. And I actually got the job, so it wasn't as bad as I thought.
That's great. See, sometimes we build things up in our heads. The reality is often not as scary as we imagine.
Exactly. So, Linda, what's your experience with job interviews? Do you get nervous?
I used to get very nervous, but over the years, I've learned some tricks. Now I'm much more comfortable with interviews.
Oh, you have to share those tricks with us. But first, let's talk about preparation. That's the first step, right?
Yes, preparation is everything. You can't just walk into an interview without doing any research.
What kind of research should people do?
Well, first, you need to research the company. Learn about what they do, their values, their recent news. It shows you're genuinely interested.
That's a good point. I always check the company's website. I read their About page and their recent blog posts if they have any.
Perfect. And you should also look at the job description carefully. Understand what skills they're looking for.
Right, and then you can prepare examples from your experience that match those skills.
Exactly. That's what I do. I write down the key requirements and think of stories from my past jobs that demonstrate those skills.
Stories are so important in interviews. People remember stories much better than just saying you have a skill.
Absolutely. Instead of saying, I'm a good team player, you tell a story about a time you worked successfully with a team.
Yes. Can you give us an example?
Sure. Let's say they ask about problem solving. You could say, in my last job, we had a client who was unhappy with our service. I organized a meeting with the team, we listened to the client's concerns, and we created a new plan. The client was satisfied, and we kept their business.
That's perfect. It's specific, it shows action, and it has a positive result.
Exactly. That's the format you should follow. Situation, action, result.
I've heard of that. It's called the STAR method, right? Situation, task, action, result.
Yes, it's a great framework for answering interview questions. It keeps your answers structured and clear.
So let's talk about common interview questions. What are some questions that almost always come up?
There are definitely some classics. The first one is usually, tell me about yourself.
Ah, yes, that one. It sounds simple, but it's actually tricky. What should people say?
Well, they don't want your whole life story. Keep it professional. Talk about your current role, your relevant experience, and why you're interested in this position.
And keep it short, right? Maybe 2 or 3 minutes maximum?
Yes, don't ramble. Be concise. Give them the highlights.
What about the question, what are your strengths?
This is your chance to sell yourself. Pick 2 or 3 strengths that are relevant to the job and give examples.
Right, so don't just say, I'm hardworking. Say, I'm hardworking, and in my last role, I completed a major project 2 weeks ahead of schedule.
Perfect. Now, there's also the difficult question. What are your weaknesses?
Oh, I hate that question. What should people say? You can't say you have no weaknesses.
No, definitely not. That sounds arrogant. You need to be honest, but smart about it.
What do you mean?
You should choose a real weakness, but one that won't disqualify you from the job, and explain what you're doing to improve it.
Can you give an example?
Sure, you could say, I sometimes focus too much on details, which can slow me down, but I've been working on this by setting time limits for tasks and prioritizing what's most important.
I see. So you admit the weakness, but you show that you're aware of it and actively improving it.
Exactly. It shows self-awareness and a growth mindset.
That's smart. What about the question, why do you want to work here?
This is where your research comes in. You need to show that you know about the company and you're genuinely interested.
So you might mention something specific about the company, like their mission or a recent project.
Yes, for example, I've been following your company for a while, and I'm impressed by your commitment to sustainability. I want to work for a company whose values align with mine.
That sounds much better than just saying, I need a job.
Yes, please don't say that. Even if it's true, you need to show enthusiasm for this specific company.
Good point. Now, let's talk about body language. That's important too, right?
Very important. Your body language can say as much as your words.
What should people pay attention to?
First, make eye contact. Not in a creepy way, but look at the interviewer when you're speaking and listening.
What if there are multiple interviewers?
Good question. Try to make eye contact with all of them. When you're answering a question, look at the person who asked it, but also glance at the others occasionally.
That makes sense. What about posture?
Sit up straight, but not too stiff. You want to look confident and comfortable. Don't slouch, but don't sit like a robot either.
And what about hands? I never know what to do with my hands.
You can use your hands when you speak. It's natural and shows enthusiasm. Just don't overdo it. And definitely don't fidget or play with a pen.
Right, that can be distracting. What about smiling?
Smile. It makes you seem friendly and approachable. But again, don't force it. A natural smile is best.
These are all great tips. Now, what about dress code? What should people wear to an interview?
It depends on the company culture, but generally it's better to be slightly overdressed than underdressed.
So if you're not sure, wear formal clothes.
Yes, a suit is usually safe. But if you know the company has a casual culture, you can dress business casual.
What's business casual exactly?
For men, it might be dress pants and a button-up shirt, no tie. For women, it could be a nice blouse with dress pants or a skirt.
Got it. And everything should be clean and ironed, right?
Absolutely. First impressions matter. You want to look professional and put together.
Okay, so let's say you're in the interview now. What are some common mistakes people make?
Oh, there are several. One big mistake is talking too much. Some people get nervous and just keep talking.
Yeah, I've done that. You ask yourself, why am I still talking?
Exactly. Answer the question, then stop. Don't fill every silence with more words.
What else?
Speaking negatively about your previous employer or colleagues, that's a huge red flag.
Right. Even if you had a bad experience, you shouldn't complain in an interview.
Never. Stay positive. If they ask why you left your last job, focus on what you're looking for, not what was wrong.
So instead of saying, my boss was terrible, you say, I'm looking for new challenges and opportunities to grow.
Perfect. Another mistake is not asking questions at the end.
Oh, when they say, do you have any questions for us?
Yes, you should always have questions prepared. It shows you're interested and engaged.
What kind of questions should you ask?
Ask about the role, the team, the company culture. For example, what does a typical day look like in this position? Or how would you describe the team I'd be working with?
Those are good. What shouldn't you ask?
Don't ask about salary or benefits in the first interview, unless they bring it up first. Focus on the job itself.
That makes sense. You don't want to seem like you only care about money.
Exactly. There will be time to discuss compensation later in the process.
Okay, so the interview is over. What should you do next?
Send a thank you email within 24 hours of the interview.
Really? Is that necessary?
Yes, it's professional, and it keeps you fresh in their mind. Thank them for their time, mention something specific from the interview, and express your continued interest.
That's a nice touch. Does it actually make a difference?
It can. If they're deciding between two equally qualified candidates, small things like this can tip the scale in your favor.
Good to know. Now, what if you don't get the job? How should you handle rejection?
Rejection is part of the process. Don't take it personally. You can ask for feedback if they're willing to give it to you.
Really? You can do that?
Yes, some companies will give you feedback. It can help you improve for the next interview.
That's actually really helpful. Learn from each experience.
Exactly. Every interview is practice. You get better each time.
Definitely. You can even practice with friends or family. Do mock interviews.
That's excellent advice. It really helps to say your answers out loud before the real interview.
Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground today. Job interviews are challenging, but with good preparation, you can do well.
Absolutely. Remember, research the company, prepare your stories, dress professionally, and be yourself.
And remember, the interview is also for you. You're evaluating whether this company is right for you.
Absolutely. It's a two-way conversation. You should be asking yourself, do I want to work here? Does this feel like a good fit?
Right. A job interview isn't just about impressing them. It's about finding the right match.
Exactly. And if it's not the right match, that's okay. The right opportunity will come.
That's a great attitude. Stay positive and keep trying.
Yes. And practice, practice, practice. The more interviews you do, the more comfortable you'll become.
Definitely. You can even practice with friends or family. Do mock interviews.
That's excellent advice. It really helps to say your answers out loud before the real interview.
Well, I think we've covered a lot of ground today. Job interviews are challenging, but with good preparation, you can do well.
Absolutely. Remember, research the company, prepare your stories, dress professionally, and be yourself.
And remember to send that thank you email.
Yes, don't forget that.
All right, everyone. That's all for today's episode. I hope this discussion about job interviews was helpful for you.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please give us a like and subscribe to Daily English Podcast.
Yes, we release new episodes every single day to help you practice your English and learn about different topics.
Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any episodes. We have so many interesting topics coming up.
And if you have suggestions for future topics, let us know in the comments. We love hearing from you.
Thank you so much for listening, everyone. Good luck with your job interviews.
Yes, good luck. And remember, every interview is a learning experience. You've got this.
Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye.